In this video, we're going to be covering all the bounties you should be prepping for Season 19 to maximize your XP gains and have as smooth of a season launch as possible. This will help you level up your seasonal artifact fast so that way you can unlock some of the juicy new mods which could prove useful in endgame content such as the new dungeon coming next season. So first up, what you want to do is get your hands on quite a bit of Glimmer because we're going to be purchasing quite a few bounties. Alright, so now once we're stocked up on Glimmer, let's start picking up bounties, and we can start off with the tower vendors first. So basically all the tower vendors have the same exact bounty system. You can pick up 4 daily bounties per day per character, and you can hold up to 5 repeatable bounties at any given time. So because we have a limited amount of space to hold bounties, you don't want to be picking up repeatables from these vendors as they're basically a waste of space. They don't offer as much XP as the dailies, so you don't want to be picking these up. The only vendors in the tower you can pick up dailies from are Zavala, Shax, Drifter, Banshee, and Saint 14 on the weekend if you want to play trials. We also have Hawthorne, but we'll come back to her later. So skipping Saint 14 because it's not the weekend and Hawthorne for right now, we should have a total of 16 daily bounties on our character. Next up, let's cover some of the time sensitive bounties you need to be doing every single week if you want to have them all prepped for the next season. Most importantly, we have Petra over in the Dreaming City, and she offers these Ascendant Challenge weekly bounties. Now unfortunately the first one came out last week before I had a chance to make this video. There's 6 total Ascendant challenges, so unfortunately if you start stocking them up now, you can only hold 5 before the end of the season. So that's my bad for missing this video last week. So make sure to pick up all of Petra's bounties and complete these Ascendant challenges every week. There's 6 total. We missed 1, so you can get 5 moving forward. But this is still the most amount of weeklies any vendor will offer in the game right now, so don't miss out on these. Moving over to Europa now, we have Varix, and he also has some time-sensitive weekly bounties you want to be paying attention to. They're tied to the individual Empire hunts here that are featured on Europa. There's 3 of them total, so that's 3 total weekly bounties you want to be picking up from him. That's plenty of time throughout the rest of the season, just make sure not to miss the rotation. Petra and Varix are the only 2 vendors in the entire game that have rotating weekly bounties, which is really nice. These next vendors I'm going to cover have weekly bounties, but they don't rotate. For these we have Shah Han over in the Cosmodrome. He'll offer a weekly bounty to complete public events and another one to get affinity kills. Next we have Eris on the Moon. She'll offer 1 weekly bounty to complete waves of the Altars of Sorrow and another one to complete the same 3 lost sectors every week. And then right behind her we have the Lectern of Enchantment table. This also has 2 static weekly bounties. They ask you to kill nightmares in nightmare hunts and also in lost sectors across the system. And lastly we have several weekly bounties you can grab from the Star Horse over in Xur's treasure hoard. These ones will typically ask you to do some sort of miscellaneous task in Dares of Eternity and reach a certain score threshold. So if you've been following along and picking up all these bounties as we go, you should already have quite a few of these stockpiled up in your quest tab. Keep in mind that quests and bounties do share the same inventory space. So now let's go ahead and circle back around to Hawthorne really quick. If you're somebody who is in a clan and has people to play with to actually complete these bounties, you definitely want to be picking them up from her. These bounties are really beneficial to help you and your clan level up quick. However, keep in mind if you can't actually get your buddies on to help do these bounties with you, they're basically dead weight and I would recommend avoiding them. Also, don't forget if you're looking for alternative ways to farm daily bounties, you have Failsafe on Nessus, Devrim K on the EDZ, and also Xur and Xur's treasure hoard. Now to recap on everything we've just picked up, if we go to our quest tab here, you can see that we have a total of 63 capacity to pick up quests and bounties here. So if you followed along and picked up every bounty I showed in this video, you should already have 52 on your character at this point. So just remember, we're going to be picking up 4 more weekly bounties from Petra and 2 more weekly bounties from Varix, bringing this up to a total of 58. So this will leave you with 5 inventory space left over to have other things like quests and stuff, which I think is very important, especially going into a new season. So 5 might be a bit much, but you definitely want to make sure that you have at least 2 or 3 inventory spaces left over in your quest tab, so that way you can actually pick up the quests next season and anything that may come along with them. And if you're looking for a good way to stay organized and on top of your game, I would highly recommend checking out a website called d2recipes.com. This site is extremely helpful, especially for bounty prepping, as it will show all your characters and all the bounties you have, the ones you've completed and the ones you need to get, and it will also calculate your total XP stored up. I'll leave a link to this website so you can check it out for yourself in the pinned comment section below. Anyways, that's going to be a wrap on this video for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it or found it informative, giving it a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Stay frosty.